Right, okay, good afternoon everybody. Welcome to another video by me, Mr. Drone. So you'll see today I am dressed in my high-vis, still marked with my branding, of course. But yeah, I'm dressed in my high-vis because I am heading into Bramley-Moore Dock for a tour. Me and a few others, so there's myself, CP Overview, Paul Frost, SS Skies, above us only Sky, and Mark Dixie Dean's Boots. I've all been invited for a tour around the stadium today by I think it's the project manager of Laing O'Rourke. So we have also been informed that we can't. I don't wear the jackets often; they're uncomfortable. We've also been informed that we can film, but they would like to have a look at our footage before we intend to put it out there. We're going to liaise about bringing it differently to you, because you don't want to watch just the same footage from different people, do you? What we have done, we're allowed to put 5 or 6 questions to the PM. So what we did is we made sure that we spoke to each other to make sure that our questions were different. So on this video you'll see the questions I'm asking, on the other guys' videos you'll see their questions. My ones I've got from you guys, okay, from my viewers and subscribers. I asked you to put questions over and I had to pick out 5 or 6. I picked 6 out. So yeah, guys, I'm going to switch to my GoPro because I also asked if I could wear a GoPro and was told that I could. So I'm going to switch to my GoPro now, head in there and go on this tour, okay? I hope you enjoy this video as much as I'll enjoy making it. Let's get in there. Okay, so first we head in through security, where we have to sign in officially and have our photograph taken. Then we are taken up through the site offices, which are a lot bigger inside than I imagined, to be honest, and we head to the boardroom that overlooks the southeast corner. It was definitely a room with a view. We are offered some refreshments and introduced to each other and the Laing O'Rourke and Everton personnel in attendance. We had project managers or leaders from different aspects of the construction, which was really good and really made me feel like they had made a good effort to give us the tour and as much information as possible. They then started to go through the entire build, explaining about all aspects from the design phase right up to where we are today, and ultimately explaining how they went from this to this to this, and of course what comes next. Whilst in the boardroom, they were good enough to have listened to our questions that we had gathered and answered them. The questions I put forward were from you, the viewers, and we will go over these now before we head inside. First question was from Dave Gerard 4960, who said, regarding the Archibald Leach design on the brick facades, a lot of Everton fans and subscribers are disappointed with its visibility or lack of. Are there any plans to make it more prominent at all? And what are Laing O'Rourke's thoughts on it? The answer to this was that there are no plans for Laing O'Rourke to make the Leach design more prominent, but their thoughts were that the Leach design was always supposed to be a subtle tribute to Archibald Leach and Goodison Road, and was not supposed to be a big highlighted crisscross around the stadium. The next question was from Paul Collins Painter 8508, who asked, what are the timescales and next processes for filling in the dock on the West Plaza? Okay, so they informed us that the bulk of the Western Canal will start around the 24th of July, and they have 10 weeks to dig and get the water in the canal. They also told us that the water fill will be a slow process and will not be like turning a tap on, so to speak. We got this answer because we asked if we would be told when that would be, so we could turn up with our drones and have a look. And obviously that's when they said they will tell us, but it won't be like a big gushing influx of water. Next up, I had a question from Mr. J. Farron 1989, who asked, what are some of the innovative technologies that have been used in this construction? Is there anything that has been used for the first time by Laing O'Rourke? They really liked this question, as they told us about a few of the bespoke and innovative technologies used, such as the 4D digital model used to build the stadium digitally for the first time. They showed us this, and it was quite unbelievable technology, as it's like they can see each section before and as they build it. They also have a touch wall immersive experience that they use for inductions, but also showed us the 4D digital model in there too. Then there's the barrel cladding that were designed for the stadium with the holes in that still make them 100% waterproof and reduces wind as the wind breaks and reduces massively when it hits the holes. Next up was a question from GJH997, who asked, what was the most difficult part of the build? What needed the most planning and work? The answer to this was quite surprising to me, as they said that the logistics of getting everything in through one hole in the wall, along with the weather conditions, was probably the most difficult part. That actually surprised me, because I think you assume they're going to say the 4 cranes and the lifting and stuff, but actually the most difficult part, they said, was the logistics of it. Next up, we have a question from John Flannery, 6517, who asked, what are the key milestones Laing O'Rourke are looking forward to between now and the end of the build and handover? They'd actually prepared for this question and gave us a list, which I'll read as follows. So number 1 was completion of the west stand barrel cladding, estimated for the 9th of August, with the east stand to be completed by the 4th of July. Number 2 was first lights on in the building, level 3 east concourse and toilets, estimated for the 19th of July. Number 3 was the western channel excavation commences on the 24th of July. Number 4 was heat on within the building, the 16th of August. They were actually quite excited about this one, but said that obviously it's nothing to see with our drones. And number 5 was catering install to be complete. That's also for the 16th of August and is the biggest install in Europe. Number 6 is the pitch build-up complete and seeding commences on or around the 19th of August. Number 7 is the staircases completion on the 6th of September. And number 8 is Laing O'Rourke completion to be expected on the 11th of November. However, even though they are estimated, it's an estimated completion for Laing O'Rourke on the 11th of November, there will be a lot of testing, etc., until it's actually signed over, which they think will be around December. Next up was a question from Stephen Gibson, who says, for the people with OCD, why do you leave some jobs incomplete when 99% of it was done a while ago? For example, the last piece of glass on the south stand concourse that has been sitting on the ground for weeks. And to dunk the blue 1878 added that the final piece of coping stone on the media compound is playing havoc with his OCD. So they answered this by assuring us that everything is definitely done for a reason. But the glass missing on the south concourse is down to the glass manufacturer / provider going into administration, and Laing O'Rourke have actually now taken on that workforce to enable them to complete. The coping stone on the media compound dunk is simply because it broke, but replacements are coming. A few more things mentioned whilst we were in the boardroom was the engineered safety aspect. They made more items like the roof at ground level on the shipping containers in the middle of the pitch, if you remember, to reduce people working at height. This was done quite a lot throughout the project. They also made the first double precast terracing unit to avoid people working at height, avoid more lifting, and sealing to get it watertight for underneath. We found out that the areas of the pitch and the water stones on the East Stand Plaza sit directly on the sand, whereas the rest of the stadium sits on constructual piles. They used modern methods, for example the brick casting and facades, that saved a lot of work and time. If they didn't use the brick facades and casting, then 650,000 bricks would have been required if it was done by hand, and they would still be doing that today. But instead, it took them just 4 engineers and lifting equipment to do the full brick casting and facades. We also learned that there's only 4 weeks to go until the roof is finished. The last thing will be the expansion gaps being covered, and the solar panels are hopefully due to start within the next week or so. One thing that surprised me was that the hydraulic tower was actually handed over to Everton in December 2023. However, there's still no actual solid plans in concrete as far as we were aware in the meeting as to what they're going to use the hydraulic tower for. It could be one of a few things, but it's not set in stone yet. I also learned that the white seats that were due to have AFC on were actually removed due to the naming rights aspect. What they decided was that if they did put white seats in now with, for example, AFC on, or 1878, for example, then it would be likely that they'd have to remove these when anybody may buy the naming rights, for example. So they decided that it would be little points putting them in if they had to remove them later on. But that's it for inside and the information we got. So let's get on with the tour, what you've all been waiting for. Okay, so first we head in at the south east corner, straight under the south stand, which is amazing to see up close. As we head inside, we get a first glimpse of the main double escalator, which is the largest escalator in the stadium. And throughout the tour, we're given quite a lot of information about the likes of the cable and how much was used, and all sorts throughout the tour. Far too much to share, unfortunately, so we'll just enjoy the sights. This room, we're told, is going to be a warming up room for the players, and then we head to the home changing room. A nice big circular room, and the crest has just been installed onto the ceiling. After the changing rooms, we continue on with the tour, and this section is where the players will enter. So the coach will pull up at the end of that room and the players will enter there on the west stand, that was. And this is where the lounge will be, which will be one-way glass, so the people that actually sit in this lounge can see the players. And right outside there is the media boxes where the players will do their interviews after, and the people will be able to see that. We head out now into the main bowling pitch area from the west stand, and this absolutely took my breath away. I'll just let you enjoy these views, it really did take my breath away here. See the seats in the dugout seats as well, right next to us there. We come back up at the west stand. It's just unbelievable to see. That's looking across to the north, that's the east stand, and then looking over to the south stand. Heading back inside now, we start to head up the stairs. I love these sections on the stairs, it looks like the barrel cladding outside. So we get upstairs and we'll head outside. And again, heading out to that magnificent view. So here we are, everybody, top of the south stand, Bromley Moor Dock. Halfway through our tour. It's just been it's unreal. Being inside here is honestly just unbelievable. It's taken my breath away. It really has. I'm at the very top of the south stand, and I'm hoping the camera will do it justice, but the pitch doesn't even seem that far away. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. It is just unreal. It is just unbelievable. Honestly, I could stand up here all day. I could sit here all day just taking it in. Unbelievable tour up to now. Really is. What a place. Let's have another look. Get back to the tour. But like I say, I could stay here all day, honestly. Okay, as we head back down the stairs, and just taking in that view one more time. Back inside, and these will be the boxes, executive boxes, hospitality boxes. And we're heading out of the boardroom there. They didn't want us to show the boardroom because, as they said, and I agree, the first people to actually see inside the boardroom should be the owners. But this is where they'll be sitting. They'll come straight out into these seats with this magnificent view right on the halfway line. We head back inside, and downstairs now, these are where some of the bar areas and eateries will be. That's at the bottom of the south stand, should I say, sorry, right at the southwest corner that was, because you can see the large escalator, double escalator there, just coming into view. And we're going to head outside. Take a nice good look at the south stand, and underneath we never get to see the underneath, obviously, from the drone. So just have a nice look at the shots we never get to see. View of the city in the background is amazing as well, isn't it? And that is the southeast corner. I was just showing this shot to just show you the height of it. It's really quite, again, breathtaking when you're there and underneath it. The drones just don't do it justice in that way. And we're heading now around the southeast corner. A little look at the trees in that corner that they've planted. As we head round to look at the East Plaza. Okay, and what they were showing us and telling us here is how they brought back a lot of the heritage, like the railways. They took them away, they took them out, stored them, and then brought them back to reinstall when they were ready. All the trees were picked. They were like local trees to do with the area, trees that they know will be able to stand the wind and the elements. And then we have a look at the water paving, I'll call it, so to speak, which has got like these blue tile marks in it. And I don't know if the camera does it justice, but it really plays with your eyes. It looks like it's not even at all, but it is. I actually had to ask them, are you sure that's even? And this is the dock wall here at the bottom that they've left there as well, which stretches round. It comes round that north-east corner, and then all the way up, looking at the site there. And that brings us to the end of the tour. And here I am in my studio, bringing us to the end of that tour video. I hope you really enjoyed that, guys, as much as I did. It really was an outstanding tour. I didn't want to just show you just the bits of the tour inside the stadium and that, because it was a lot more than that. They gave us a lot more than I expected. I didn't expect to sit down in the boardroom and then go over so much information and facts with us. So I just thought it was important for me to share that with you, instead of, like I say, instead of just going straight inside. And I know that's what you want to say. I know you do. But I think a lot of you would have been interested in the information, the questions you put together as well. I thought it was important to address them in the best way that I could without clouding it with the inside view. So I kind of tried to do both. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'd just like to give a special thanks to Gareth at Laing O'Rourke, Darren at Everton, and the other guys from Laing O'Rourke that were there, that helped take us around and give us a lot of information. Thank you very much to all of you. Really, really do appreciate it. Guys, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that button for me. Appreciate you all. Thank you. Take care. Bye now.